After that brutal battle with the Acrocanthosaurus, the Yutai continues moving forward. But instead of looking for food, it looks for the one thing all animals need to survive: water. Little did the Yutyrannus know, it was walking into more danger. Spinosaurus, normally known as a fish eater, but it will not hesitate to kill anything that comes into its territory, even if it's not fish. The Yutai stares down the Spinosaurus, not ready to submit to another predator. The Yutai stares down the Spinosaurus, and the Spinosaurus stares back. At this point, it is no longer about food or water. It is now a territorial dispute between these two monsters of creatures, where the Yutai lacks in strength and makes up for in speed. However, where the Spinosaurus lacks in speed, makes up for it in brute strength. These two prehistoric beasts stare each other down, waiting for the right moment to strike.
What's for dinner?
The Yutai knows that the Spinosaurus doesn't react to movement like a T-Rex, so it just stares it down. The Yutyrannus makes the mistake of trying to overpower the Spinosaurus, but the Spinosaurus also makes a thrilling mistake. It slowly takes its time to move in for the kill. The Spinosaurus is trying to use its brute strength to overpower the Yutyrannus. The Yutyrannus uses its speed to outrun and outsmart the Spinosaurus. Spinosaurus thinks the battle is won. But unlike most Yutais, this one is special. And why is it special? Because this particular species of Yutai knows how to play dead. Where it lacks in pure strength, it makes up for intelligence. The Spinosaurus says otherwise. The Yutai finds the Spinosaurus' weak spot, which is its sail. If you bite a Spinosaurus on the sail, it weakens. Its sail is its only course of heat. So if it can't control its own body temperature through a damaged sail, it will die. Or even if it snaps its sail, it will die. The Spinosaurus keeps a tight grip around the Yutai's neck. The Spinosaurus' jaws are really powerful, almost as powerful as a crocodile's bite. It's meant for catching fish, but if it needs to rip through other pounds of flesh with its jaws, it can. And it's hoping to suffocate the Yutyrannus. It's amazing how this Yutai is surviving this battle, being it got through a very brutal one with an Acrocanthosaurus.
Like a relentless
The
weed.
Spinosaurus stares down the Yutai as it telling it to get out of its territory. Being that there's other water sources on the island, but the nearest one is 200 miles away, and this Yutai is determined to get a sip of this water. Even it has to try to go through a fully grown male Spinosaurus. The Spino left huge claw marks in the side of the Yutyrannus. The Yutai doesn't give up without a fight. The Yutai stands down. It realizes it's no match for the Spinosaurus' pure strength.